Hey everyone, welcome back to Sims World. This one's episode will be a little bit shorter than normal, but it will still be a great episode. I have something big planned for this episode, and specifically with Iris. She has something that she has never told anyone really about, but she has to tell Jonah today, because she, with everything with the whole egg donation and all that, it's bringing up some of these memories. It's also with all the kids and everything, it's bringing up memories. So she has to come out and come clean. The only people that know this is Iris herself, and obviously Iris's parents. And so she has to come out and come clean, because the only people that know it again are herself and her parents. And the one person that this is specifically about doesn't even know this. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but I'm going to get this off the stove so that it don't burn. And Milo's feeling a little bit down. I think he might have to use the restroom, so could you please, I just found this out because I actually play this on the other side as well, that you could just take him into your yard and have him go to the bathroom that way as well. I didn't know you could do that, but I guess you could. So I think she's just going to take him into the yard. Oh, Noah is sitting next to a new kid at school at lunch when he spies something pink in his lunch bag. Is that a bib? The kid smiles nervously and claims that he got his baby sister's lunch gain. Then the bib falls out where everyone can see it. Pick it up or just ignore it. I think he would just ignore it, to be honest with you. Lunch is almost over when the class bully notices the bib on the floor. He can't wait to find the little baby who dropped it, but the new kid says nothing, and neither does Noah, who may have just made a new friend. So that's great. He's making new friends. And so now we can get back to what I was planning on doing. She's going to go ahead and take little Milo outside to use the restroom. And then, like I said, when we get back, or when Jonah and them get back from work, she has something that she's been dying for years to tell him, but she never had a chance to. And now it's finally starting to eat up on her. So, so Milo's going to use the restroom, and let's check on the little bambinos. She's going to go play with her toy bunny there, and the baby is up. But so it looks like Milo is done, so we can bring her back in, or bring him back inside. And then we gotta check on the bambino and see how she is doing. Everything, she's pretty good right now. She's actually heading outside to play. That is fine. The baby is crying, but she has to wait just a few seconds till Milo and them get into the house so we can remove that leash. And then go ahead and take care of the bambino now. So Jonah gets off very soon. He gets off at 5 p.m. Sim time. It is 2:30 p.m. Sim time. So in the meantime, I think she's just going to go ahead and spend some time with the cookies. She's gonna go ahead and see if Nicole has to use the potty. Because the Bambino is sleeping. Milo again is very, very down. I think he's down a little bit because he wants a little bit of attention, and the boys are not around, so she's going to spend some time with him as well in a bit. But right now he's spending some time with Violet, who is still sleeping, and Noah wants to invite over Jamie. In a way, I want to say no because of the big news that she has to tell, but in a way, it could also distract them, but I'm going to say no for this time. Just because, Noah, we need you to do your schoolwork, for one. And two, there's something big that can cause a big rift in this family coming very soon that Iris has to announce. So, in the meantime, friendo, could you just get on that homework grind, please? And then, could you actually spend some time with your dog then? That would be great after you're done with your homework. Might help him cheer up a little bit. Oh, and good news, Nicole has finally learned how to use the potty by herself. That is fantastic. Oh. Milo's going to sleep. I was going to have him go spend time with Milo, but it looks like he's sleeping. Okay, so I think Noah is done with his homework now, and I think Milo is up as well. I just gotta figure out where he got one to. Oh, I see him. He actually just moved a little bit closer to the baby, Nicole, so. First thing, friendo, could you actually please, clean up this, or help your mom at least clean it up? Oh. And Nicole is making a mess, and so Iris, do the right thing as a parent, and you need to tell her not to make a mess. And Jonah is home, and there she is. Actually, she can't tell her not to make a mess because she went to bed. But Jonah's going to come in and tuck in Nicole because she went to sleep to take a little bit of a nap. Noah, you actually are going to spend some time with Milo, who definitely needs some attention. So, why don't you go play with him and hug him and just talk to him and be that good pet owner that I know you are. And then, Jonah, could you please clean up the little bit of paint that Nicole had set aside? And then Iris has something that she needs to discuss with you out here on the couch. So could you please come out here and sit down and just chit-chat away with your wife. So she's eating her taco that she got from the refrigerator, but she's also going to explain to him now what is going on, and that is she has another child, and that child is someone that you don't expect it to be. She says, obviously we have our 3 children whom I love. We have Noah, we have Violet, and we have Nicole. But I have another one that was born before Noah, and nobody knows this besides myself, my mom, and my dad. And it is Noah, you're actually kind of okay. It is actually my brother Chad, and I was very young. Noah, as much as this is a cute scene with you watching some TV with your parents, why don't you go ahead into your room and just sit on the bed? Because your parents have to discuss something. So she says, I was very young. I was 17 and I had him. And I didn't know how to raise a child. I was very young. I didn't know what to do. And my parents agreed to raise him as their own, being that they can't have any more children after me. So I had to tell you about this, and I know that it's very difficult, and I know I should have told you sooner, but it was a mistake I made in the past, and I with everything that's coming up now, it's kind of something that I needed to get off my chest, and I hope you agree with everything. And I think signified by that kiss, he agrees and he understands, but the only thing he says is Chad is older now. Chad is 17 himself now. I think it's time that you might need to tell him himself. He might get upset. He might get mad at you, or might be a little bit disappointed. But I think it would be the right thing to do. And Iris is saying, I just don't want to hurt anybody in the long end. But I understand your point, and I'll definitely talk to him. So, with that news out, Jonah is still comprehending it, but nothing's really going to change. But all I know is that was a big thing to drop on someone, especially when they're coming off of work, but it's something that necessarily needed to be said and done. And so it is getting kind of late in Sim's world, and so everybody is going to go ahead and head off to bed, and I'll see you guys in the morning in a minute. Okay guys, so everyone, well not everybody, but Iris and Noah is up, and Iris is actually up with a little bit of a sickness, so I am going to have her go ahead and order herself some medicine. I'm also going to order like a couple extra ones just so we have it if we need it. And so we are going to have her go ahead and take some medicine, because when she woke up she was a little bit sick. Maybe it was because of saying what she had to say and feeling a little bit nauseated over it because she's worried about telling Chad. Also, she also has everything with the whole egg donation thing going on, so that might be weighing on her a little bit as well. But she too thinks that it's going to be good to get everything out on the open, and I think she's soon going to come to that realization of what she really wants to do when it comes to this egg donation. And so she is definitely going to do that. So she's taking her medicine now. And now that you emptied the dog food bowl because it needed cleaned, you need to give Milo some more food. And then, friendo, you can go ahead and spend a little bit of time with your mom. Talk about school, talk about some stuff that you might have to talk to her about. New things going on, and etc. And he might have something that he also needs to tell her. And he said that this is something I've never told anyone, but there's a new kid in school, and he definitely made me feel a little bit attracted to him, and I may be attracted to both genders, meaning males and females, and I'm afraid of being judged. And Ira says that you don't have to be afraid of telling me anything. You are still who you are, and you are still Noah. And I agree with you that if you feel a certain way about someone or something, then you need to get those emotions out. But for now, I do think you are a little bit young for dating, but you are getting older in a sense, so I can understand certain things coming up. But know this, if you do choose to get with this young man or a woman in life, then know that me and your father will love you no matter what. And so it looks like Noah has told his parents about him being possibly bisexual, which is definitely something that is very difficult to do, but he did the right thing. in the long end. And it seems as if Iris and Jonah both agree with him. So this is something that was a big episode, because 2 big reveals has happened, and Milo has to use the restroom. So could one of you 3 please let the pup out? Oh, okay, it looks like it's going to be Jonah that lets the puppy out. So, could you... Okay, Noah's feeling a little bit sick. It might be better for him to stay off of school, but Nicole has some medicine in her so she's going to go ahead and tell him to take some medicine, and then she'll check on him in a second. If he still feels a little bit under the weather, then she will consider letting him off school today. Okay, so he successfully combated his cold, so which means he can go to school. So I'm gonna send him to school. And both the babies are crying. One is crying because she was hungry. The other one is crying in here, so Iris, could you please go take care of her as well? I think the boys are soon going to go ahead and do school and work. You actually have to go to school, Noah, so go here, friendo, to head into school. And Iris, you need to, or Jonah needs to, one of the two. Okay, Jonah, you could do it, because oh, you actually got the dog outside, so. Oh, and the dog want poop, so you have to throw that away. And now Iris is finally getting to the baby. Noah's using the restroom, that's why he's not in school quite yet. And then, actually, I think he actually is just not going into school because of him being sick. So, and he just broke the toilet, so that's always amazing. But just because you're sick and you broke the toilet doesn't mean that you don't have to do something, and you have to mop up that water since you broke the toilet. Okay, and so I think that the puppy is done with his bathroom break, so you can definitely bring him inside now. And then you can go ahead and unleash him and go ahead into work. Okay, so with that said, I think we're going to end it out here. We had 2 major announcements in this episode. Again, them being Iris had a child that Noah and all of them didn't even know was hers. The only people that knew was Iris and her parents, and that was that her actual brother, Chad, was her first child. And she was very young, so her parents decided to raise it as their own. So she finally came clean and told Jonah about it. And also Noah came out to his parents and told them that he is bisexual, and he met a boy that he felt was attractive in school. And Iris, being the parent that she is, stated that he might be a little bit young for dating, but she can understand his feelings, and she is accepting of him, and so is his father. So that's amazing. And so we're gonna end it out here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Sims Paradise. We might be getting an episode where we get that answer for the egg donation. So you guys will not want to miss that. So have a great day, peace, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.